Hi. Today I'm going to read part of this book that you are already a bit familiar with. It's called Matilda, and it's written by Roald Dahl. Okay. Mr. Wormwood, the great car dealer. Matilda's parents owned quite a nice house with 3 bedrooms upstairs, while on the ground floor there was a dining room and a living room and a kitchen. Her father was a dealer in second-hand cars, and it seemed he did pretty well at it. Sawdust, he would say proudly, is one of the great secrets of my success, and it costs me nothing. I get it free from the sawmill. What do you use it for? Matilda asked him. Ha, the father said. Wouldn't you like to know? I don't see how sawdust can help you to sell second-hand cars, Daddy. That's because you are an ignorant little twit, the father said. His speech was never very delicate, but Matilda was used to it. She also knew that he liked to boast, and she would egg him on shamelessly. You must be very clever to find a use for something that costs nothing, she said. I wish I could do it. You couldn't, the father said. You are too stupid. Then, ignoring Matilda, he turned to his son, Michael, and said, I'm always glad to buy a car when some fool has been crashing the gears so badly they're all worn out and rattle like mad. I get it cheap. Then all I do is mix a lot of sawdust with the oil in the gearbox, and it runs as sweet as a nut. How long will it run like that before it starts rattling again? Matilda asked. Long enough for the buyer to get a good distance away, the father said, grinning. But that's not honest, Daddy, Matilda said. It's cheating. No one ever got rich being honest, the father said. Right, the son Michael said. Quite right, Harry, the mother said. And to Matilda she said, You've got a nerve talking to your father like that. Now keep your nasty mouth shut so we can all watch this program in peace. They were in the living room eating their suppers on their knees in front of the telly. The suppers were TV dinners in floppy aluminium containers, with separate compartments for the stewed meat, the boiled potatoes, and the peas. Mrs. Wormwood sat munching her meal with her eyes glued to an American soap opera on the screen. She was a large woman whose hair was dyed platinum blonde, except where you could see the brown bits growing out from the roots. Mummy, said Matilda, would you mind if I ate my supper in the dining room so I could read my book? Her father glanced up sharply. I would mind, he snapped. Supper is a family gathering, and no one leaves the table until it's over. But we're not at the table, Matilda said. We never are. We're always eating off our knees and watching the telly. What's wrong with watching the telly, may I ask? The father said. His voice has suddenly become dangerous. Matilda didn't trust herself to answer him, so she kept quiet. She could feel the anger boiling up inside her. She knew it was wrong to hate her parents like this, but she was finding it very hard not to do so.